Welcome back, guys, to another Minecraft farm tutorial. This is TubeSox Jr. from Gaming Day, and this week's farm is super simple. It is a super efficient kelp farm. This thing will get you 200,000 kelp an hour. 200,000. You can use that kelp for food once you cook it, or turn it into kelp blocks and use it to smell other items. So it's a really efficient way to get fuel. So this thing is really great. Just a quick disclaimer though before I do start the video. This thing was originally designed by a YouTuber named SilentWhisperer. There will be a link to his channel and the video in which he shows how to make this in the description. However, I did need to alter the redstone a bit for it to work on Windows 10 edition of Minecraft, which is what I'm currently filming on. So anyway, I am going to hop into a new world and I'm going to show you guys how to build this. So, as you can see, I have created a fresh world. There is absolutely nothing here, and this is where I'm going to show you how to build this. Now, one thing I didn't mention, was the great thing about this farm. There's two things. One is completely expandable, so you can make it, infinitely long, however long you want it. And the other thing, is that you can either make it AFK or you can help it along using bone meal. So anyway, I'm going to hop into first person mode. I'm going to show you how to build this. So the first things that you're going to need are some solid blocks, some pressure plates, any type, it doesn't matter which, some observers, some redstone dust, and some dispensers, and your sands. So those are the main things that you're going to need. So just for the sake of this video, like I said, it can be infinitely long, but I'm just going to make it 3 long. So then, in front of it, actually all the way around it, you're going to want to place some solid blocks. So now place in the front of it pressure plates on top of those solid blocks, and that's just there to stop the water from flowing out. You could use fence posts, or if you didn't want to use bone meal on this farm, you could just wall it off. Anyway, so then come around here to the back and come up by 1 block and place a row of dispensers. Now come around to the back of those dispensers, and on top of them, shift click down a bunch of observers that are facing, so that the way the output is towards the back of the dispensers. So then come to the back of these dispensers and place a row of solid blocks. They do have to be solid blocks. And then take a redstone output from those observers. And that is the extent of all the redstone work that you have to do in this build. That's it. This is how simple this redstone is. So anyway, now I'm going to use glass. You guys could use any type of block for this, or if you're building it underground, you could just mine up, but you need to come up 15 blocks on all sides of this, because that's how high kelp can grow. So for maximum efficiency, make it 15 tall. So I'm just going to count up here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to get all that together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I've just wrapped this whole thing up with glass. That's it. So let's hop back and continue showing you how to build this. Now, you are going to need to grab a load of water. Now, if you are building this in survival, which odds are you're building it in survival, you're probably going to want to use ice for it, because all of this has to be source blocks. And that is because as of phase 2 of the aquatic update, flowing water breaks kelp, and that will cause this farm to break and not be as efficient. So these all need to be source blocks. Now, because I made this 3 blocks wide, I just have to place it on the 2 outer ones, and the middle one will fill in with source blocks. But anyway, I am going to fill this in. You just need to go just like that. There you go. And if I do it on this other side, you'll also see that then the middle will fill in, and you should have dang it. Anyway, so now this entire thing is source blocks, just to double check. Yep. So now there are just a few more things that you need to do. You're going to need to grab a handful of empty buckets and come down here and stick one in, dang it. You're going to need to stick one in each of these dispensers. So that can be a bit tricky, but you can always come around back here and do that. So you just need to stick 1 empty bucket in each of these dispensers, just about like that. And I just have 1 more to go. I hate myself. I'm just gonna hopefully, there we go, just like that. I'm sorry. Anyway, so now that we have an empty bucket in each of these, this farm is fully operational. So if I were to just grab some kelp real quick and some bone meal, just to show you guys how fast this thing goes. Let me just grab the bone meal. There we go. So if I were to come down here, you just place the kelp just like this, and that's the farm bit. Now, because of a farm this big, you will need some sort of mass storage system because of just how insanely fast this thing produces kelp. So to do that, you're going to want to come off the back here and come up by 1 block, just like that, and do that on these sides here as well, just like that. So now you're going to need to delete this row of blocks right there and grab some chests and hoppers. Now obviously you can enlarge in this storage system, because when you're making 200,000 kelp an hour, you're going to need a massive storage system. But I'm just going to place down 3 chests. So just come 1 block off of that row and place a row of chests, and then have hoppers running into them, just like that. So now this little arc here that you built in the back, just place water just like that, water source blocks, and now you're done. You are completely done with this farm. So if you were to go like this, you'll see it starts flowing up, and if we come up here to the top, you'll see it come into these hoppers and start flowing into these chests. So that's the entirety of this farm. Now, one thing that you do need to watch out for is if you were to go into survival, which I'm going to do right now, just watch how fast this thing uses bone meal. Ready? It doesn't look like it in creative, but when you're in survival, I mean, look at this. I have, in that course, I think it's like 10 seconds, I've already gone through a whole stack of bone meal. So this thing really does hog up bone meal. But that's really all you need to know about this farm. The redstone behind it is super simple. Again, there will be a link to the original creator of this in the description. Please go check him out. For now, that's it. This is TubeSox Jr. As always, have a great day.